we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latchey.
How is it going, everyone? Welcome back to another exhilarating episode of Two Nerds, a podcast. We are two nerds. This is a podcast. I am Bunny the Bruiser, ASMR session.
And Dynamite Jared.
So Jared was just showing me a mummy's asshole before we started recording. Not his mommy's asshole, a mummy's asshole.
The mummy.
The mummy.
I think it's the mummy. Did the mummy have a ring?
All of the mummies have had rings, yes.
They all do?
Oh, most of them. I don't know if Karis does. The original mummy does, yeah.
No,
And,
this guy's got a ring.
Yeah.
Let me see what his tag says here. If I can read anything. This is it says Stuffins.
Stuffins?
Stuffins.
Stuffins the mummy?
I think that's just like the brand.
I would
like
assume.
the series. But hold on, by Universal Studios.
Okay, so that would be Imhotep, probably. Yeah, that looks like Boris Karloff, kinda.
A little bit, sort of.
Your boy Emotep.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
So speaking of horror movies, buddy, a couple weeks ago, the Super Bowl happened, and it was one of the most terrifying Super Bowls in recent memory because of how bad that it was.
It was very boring. You see a lot of people online being like, oh, the fucking mainstream fans think this is stupid because they can't follow it. Like, no, the game was fucking boring.
They can't follow it. What's the follow? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But something else terrifying happened during the Super Bowl. I think early on in the first quarter, an ad for the new Jordan Peele movie, Us, aired.
Yes.
The horror movie. And apparently, I only saw one article about this, but apparently a lot of people were very upset about this.
And what did this article say? Because I saw the original trailer, but I think when the Super Bowl ad was playing, I was probably face first in a giant plate of chicken wings at that point and was probably not paying attention to what was going on. So I missed the Super Bowl version of the trailer, but I saw the first trailer.
Well, just people were basically upset that a trailer for a horror movie was playing.
Oh, that was all?
I've watched the trailer.
Was it a different one than the original one?
I don't know if I've seen the original trailer, so far the only one that I've watched is this Super Bowl ad.
Okay.
And like they go to Staten Island, I think.
Yeah.
That's where
it starts and they're like in the car and like the guy's all like, I got 5 on it, and they're like jamming on the way there, and then I
don't know if I've seen that trailer.
Okay, so it's a different trailer. Okay.
Yeah, but essentially, the only thing that I can think of in this trailer that's like sort of upsetting, I guess, is there's like a brief cut. It's a very brief flash of like a child standing in fire. It doesn't really appear that he's on fire or burning because he's just standing there, and there's fire around him.
He's just in the fire.
Yeah, basically. And then, people invading a home, but there's like no like real violence or anything in the trailer. Oh, there goes my camera.
That's okay. I can still hear you. So if you can get it back, that'd be great. But
I'm working on it.
So while Jared's figuring out this camera situation, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Give us a thumbs up. Share this with a friend. We've got a lot of interesting things to talk about on this week's show. If we can get to everything, some of it I might save for a future episode. But yeah, how's the camera situation going?
It's going pretty poorly.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm trying to shut it off and turn it back on, but that's not even working. So,
Huh.
I just have like that still image up there of me. So, um, whatever. So, anyways, yeah, I've watched this trailer. I encourage anybody listening to go and watch the Us Super Bowl ad. Um, and yeah, I guess there was an uproar, some Twitter comments, very upset. Children were watching the Super Bowl, buddy. You don't understand. Children were watching the Super Bowl when this ad came on, and it terrified them. And the children shouldn't be seeing these horror movies. The horror movie trailers should be banned. You shouldn't even be allowed to show that on TV until after 8 p.m., my child's bedtime.
Was it on after 8 p.m.?
No, this was early on in the game.
Okay. Well, I mean...
I'm not saying that there's an official rule. Horror trailers can't be... Obviously, horror trailers show all day, all the time, to my knowledge. I've definitely seen some horror trailers on TV when the sun was still out.
The thing that is concerning to me about this is they're concerned about the horror movie trailer stuff, but I'm pretty sure, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty confident that a lot of Super Bowl trailers, I don't know if necessarily this year, but there's a lot of like sexual like jokes in them and stuff. Like they're not, you know what I mean? Like they're meant to be like funny and stuff.
Adult,
yeah,
like
right.
Targeting adults. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We're not worried about all the beer commercials that are showing during the Super Bowl or any of that stuff. We're worried about the horror movie trailer for a PG-13 horror movie.
Yes.
With like I said, like pretty much no violence whatsoever in the trailer. In the movie itself, is there even violence in any of the trailers? I think that there's like a little bit of blood in one.
Yeah, there might be. I mean, there's just like disturbing imagery, but like there's no like people getting stabbed and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, there might be a little blood, but I don't know. I'm not confident about that.
And also, this has to be one of the least terrifying. I've seen the one, like, trailer, I believe is like a teaser trailer, because it's like a quick thing, like sometimes on YouTube ads, where it's just like, basically like the staring contest that they're having.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like the one person, you can't see what I'm doing, but like the one person's obviously being really creepy and like tapping their face or whatever, and like the other person's just kind of looking at them. That one was kind of disturbing. That one was kind of scary. That's not, I don't even think that's in this trailer. Just kind of like, this trailer mostly had like the one kid that was standing in fire and then like sort of like ominous silhouettes like running around. Right?
Yeah. Right.
If your kid got scared of this fucking trailer, your kid's a pussy. I'm sorry. This is one of the weakest horror trailers I've ever seen. The other trailers for this movie got me kind of like interested in the movie. Like this one, I was like, this is weak. This just looks like a stupid, run-of-the-mill home invasion movie.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. But I didn't hear there was controversy about it.
There was only one news article that I saw.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I might be able to pull it up here so I can read some of the comments.
Okay, while you're looking for that, I'm going to try to stop this, and then we'll see if we can get the camera back.
Okay.
So here is an ad from our sponsors.
Are you tired of plain old breakfast? Cereal's not sugary enough?
Are you tired of burnt pancakes and waffles?
Then you need Slapjacks! The slap against your face and cause a chemical reaction to heat up!
No cooking required, just slap and eat. Don't believe us? Here's a satisfied customer. Slapjacks are the best breakfast food ever made. Slapjacks, slap those smiles back.
You heard it here, kids. Slapjack saves lives. Order at www.slapjacks.com.
Okay, so we are back. All it took was a simple redial, and we are good to go with the cameras. So, Jared, you have found the article here, the aforementioned article you were speaking of.
Us horror movies, Super Bowl commercials sparked outrage and FCC complaints. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. just prior to the start of the Super Bowl on CBS, there was a commercial for a horror movie called Us.
So it was not during the Super Bowl. It was prior to the Super. It was during pregame.
Someone else said something about like in the first quarter or something. So, anyways, this commercial was very frightening to my kids and very inappropriate for young audiences. I found it a very poor choice by whoever made the decision to air this commercial at 5:30 in the early evening, just prior to a largely viewed event such as the Super Bowl. Of course, we told our children not to watch, but it was not possible to reach the remote in time to change the channel or mute. Buddy, they couldn't mute it in time for the commercial that had absolutely no curse words in it.
Right. Not a chance. I'm telling you this right now. Super Bowl is going to air any commercial that's going to pay them. So, yeah.
Are commercials for horror movies not regulated? A commercial for Us played at 5:30 p.m. while families were getting ready to watch the Super Bowl. Isn't there some sort of restriction as to what can be played during certain times? I think disturbing horror movie commercials should not be allowed to air on TV during hours that children can see, especially on something that is supposed to be for the whole family. Disturbing. That's like a Donald Trump tweet.
Yeah,
where
just
it's
like the one word ending.
Like the last end.
Like,
all right.
Sad.
We had to turn off the volume and tell our children to look away a couple times already. And the Super Bowl isn't even past the first quarter. Thanks for the nightmares, CBS.
Damn.
Here's another one. This one happened at 4:30. Commercial trailer for Us movie at approximately 4:30 before Super Bowl was definitely not appropriate for children. Should be rated R. My 5-year-old daughter was terrified. I shouldn't have to audit content on an over-the-air channel before 8 p.m. Her bedtime. Content should be G-rated during the day. That's all they got, buddy.
So it seems like few people were outraged. Well, I'm assuming there's more than that, but
that was all.
That's the extent of their evidence.
This is an outrageous trailer, and this has never happened when like a new Friday the 13th movie came out or anything, and not to my knowledge. I mean, I know there's been like protests of probably like Friday the 13th and stuff by like crazy religious groups and everything, but never anything about like it being on TV.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to like parents that were just kind of cool with like their kids watching horror movies?
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. Well, have you seen the new thing that's going on right now? I didn't have this on my list of things to talk about, but have you seen the thing going on like kids YouTube? Like there's that whole like suicide thing going on.
Yeah, Momo or whatever.
Yeah. So that's a thing now, I guess.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. And I mean, listen, that's a little bit different. Is that like when we're talking like a kid's YouTube like video or whatever?
Hacking it or
I don't want my kids like with like. It's one thing for creepy imagery to pop up, like that's fine. I don't really give a shit about that. But like when the thing's like telling your kid to kill itself, straight up, like you should kill yourself or whatever the fuck this thing says.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the actual videos. I've just seen all the Facebook postings about it and whatnot.
I've seen the image before.
Yeah, it's like from a movie. It's like from something. Or it's been on the internet before, but
yeah, it's like it's from a Japanese artist.
Yeah, it's like been repurposed as Momo or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's crazy. That people would put that in like their YouTube videos that are directed towards children. That's nuts. There's also another thing going on YouTube right now. That's like YouTube is demonetizing basically all videos that feature like minors in it right now because of pedophile sex rings or whatever. They're going on like
I dead ass thought you meant minors as in coal miners for 2 seconds, and I was like, what?
no.
I was like, what the hell is he talking
Children.
about? Children. Okay.
Yeah, so like basically like any like family friendly, like people are getting like their like gymnastics videos and stuff demonetized because dudes are going on there, and maybe girls too. You don't really hear that much about like female pedophiles, but I'm sure they're out there. Going in there and watching this video of like some little kids like gymnastics recital or whatever the hell they do, gymnastics practice, and like putting in timestamps in the comments and stuff for like certain timestamps in the video where it's like kid being like a sexual pose, something that could be construed as sexual, or maybe like a revealing pose or something. Oh God, it's giving me
that's fucked
giving
up.
me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, YouTube is demonetizing all these videos that have minors in them now.
But what does the monetization have to do with that?
Well, they're demonetizing and like disabling comments and stuff like that.
Like, I can understand disabling the comments, but I don't understand what the money aspect has to do with it. Is it just like it's more like exposure?
It's the fact that like some guy I think kind of raised awareness for this, that people were basically profiting off of videos that were, you know, kind of being used in like these pedophile rings.
Gotcha.
And so like thought that was kind of gross, brought it to YouTube's attention, and then it turned into like this big controversy. That's my interpretation of what's going on with it.
Right.
But that's all I know. Speaking of controversy, for another segue, there was a controversy at American Commodore Tuxedo today, buddy.
Oh yeah, there was.
I go in to get fitted for my tux for freaking Buddy's wedding, and the people that are working here, listen, this is not what happened when I got fitted for my tuxedo for my brother's wedding.
Okay, so which location did you go to? Did you go to Beulah?
I went to Beulah, right?
Okay.
EB and Company, right? So that's the only American Commodore tuxedo deal that they got here, to my knowledge.
Right. I just didn't know if you were in Menor or something.
They go in there, they take my measurements and everything, and then I'm sitting there. I come out, you know, I had to change out of the damn tuxedo. First off, they put me in a freaking like in a dress shirt and these pants that were like capris. They didn't even fucking put me in like a real pair of pants. Like they were up to like, they were way above my ankle. I came out looking like a fool. Like the girls like, oh, I love putting guys in pants like this. They're always looking like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, you're absolutely right. I'm looking at what the hell's going on. Why couldn't you just give me pants that fit? Like, what is this? Anyways, they took my measurements, and then I come out, and then they're like, all right, so that'll be at least 80. And I'm like, come again? They're like, yeah, we need you to put money down, like $80 to $160. Need you to put down on the tux. I was like, am I not, like, is there not a thing? Like, don't you guys have like this wedding on file or whatever? Because listen, my experience with this shit is that it's paid for. I went to get fitted for the tuxedo for my brother's wedding. They measured me up, and they're like, all right, cool, you're good to go. I didn't pay a fucking dime for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I have to pay. I have to pay for your wedding.
Well, what happened was they told, when I got mine fitted or whatever, they said like the groom's tux is free. Everyone else, it's like $160 or whatever. And I was like, okay. But they never mentioned anything about any sort of down payment on it. They just told us, okay, this is what the price is. They never said when they go in, they have to have all this money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. Well, I guess I have to have all this money. Now I have to save up to get fitted for your fucking tux. That's gonna come out of my wedding gift for you, buddy.
Please.
Oh no! Anyways, so that was a controversial topic of today.
Today's controversy, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So you got a big list cooking over there.
It's not a big list. It's just notes I've taken from the past several weeks. Well, we didn't do an episode last week.
I was really triggered by that Us trailer thing. So, I actually held on to that for a couple days.
Yeah.
Before we did a podcast. By the way, our podcast schedule is something else now. Yeah. Apologies to No Star Reviews, because you never know when you're going to get an episode of Two Nerds a Podcast. It adds a hint of excitement to every Saturday. Are they going to upload or not? What's happening? Maybe it'll even come out Sunday night. You never know. You never know with these things anymore.
Yeah, it's very irregular. I guess speaking of YouTube controversy, this wasn't on my list, but have you seen the recent geekdom controversies?
No, I saw that he was beefing with somebody like a while ago.
So what happened was they found this private conversation of geekdom, basically talking about, when Dragon Ball Super dies, fucking I have enough money to survive for 3 years, and basically they took everything he was saying out of context and chopped it all up and basically made it sound like he was talking shit on Dragon Ball and the people that watch his videos. But it's clearly edited. You know what I mean? You can hear the edits in the video. And I don't know, everyone in the Dragon Ball groups are flipping out about it. And they're like, oh, this is ruined geekdom. And then the other side are like, yo, this video is actual trash. Shit like that. So.
Huh. That's weird. I saw him beefing with someone a couple weeks ago that was
he's always beefing with someone on Twitter.
He uploaded screenshots of this dude commenting to this girl hey, you want to fuck? It's still want to fuck or whatever, and the girl's like, I'm 14 or whatever, and he was like,
it's the same guy. I forget what his name is. His name is Prodigy or something weird that. But he posted his Pornhub account and shit.
Oh, sweet mother of God. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I honestly really don't give a shit if Geekdom 101 actually likes Dragon Ball or talks shit on us or not. I've talked shit on him on this channel, so I mean,
yeah,
in a fun-loving way. Obviously, the guy likes Dragon Ball. He fucking knows almost all there is to know about it. And how many times did he watch the Broly? He's uploaded videos saying yeah, I watched the Broly movie 20 fucking times, a week after it came out. I was like, okay, man,
yeah.
So, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's go.
Cool. So we saw, I guess with YouTube, I guess we'll keep going with YouTube. So you just watched a new trailer for the Detective Pikachu movie. The trailer, at the time of this recording, dropped yesterday, so a few days before you're listening to this. We both watched the trailer, and Jared, what did you think?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a good trailer, I guess. I don't know if it's better or worse than the first trailer. Really no big takeaways for me other than Mewtwo being revealed. Other than that, the Pokemon all still look really good. You know what? Actually, here's another takeaway. They showed a lot more of newer gen Pokemon in this trailer that I found a little bit disappointing because I didn't know who the fuck they were.
Yeah.
And so, but I guess whatever. You know what I mean?
Off the top of my head, the ones that we saw Bulbasaur, we saw Mewtwo, obviously. Cubone was in there, and Snorlax. Jigglypuff was in there at the espresso bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And
which Jigglypuff was in the first trailer as well.
Right. And then Snubbull was in there, who's Gen 2, but he was in Pokemon the first movie. Charizard's in it, obviously. Big pivotal moment in the trailer there. But yeah, there were a couple in there that I did not recognize off the top of my head.
Also Eevee. There was like an Eevee hologram.
Oh yeah.
We had Psyduck. I think was riding a backpack.
Oh really?
On someone. Yeah. So. And then obviously the Mr. Mime. Another pivotal moment in both trailers, actually.
Yeah.
And then the Mewtwo, which, I don't see how you have Mewtwo in this movie without him playing a big pivotal role in it, as he's like, at least used to be like the most powerful Pokemon there was, and he speaks English. So I mean, yeah.
He actually speaks English. He's not like...
Yeah, he actually speaks English. Everyone can understand him. So... Yeah.
Well, they even are self-aware in the trailer because it shows Mewtwo and then, like, Pikachu's all like, oh, like, what a twist, or whatever. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. He's got to be, like, the main villain in it, I guess.
Villain?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, why else would you put Mewtwo in it?
I don't even know if he would be a villain. I mean, he was a villain in fucking Pokemon the first movie. He's been good for a while now, hasn't he?
I guess, but I mean, this isn't... Well, I guess there's only one Mewtwo, so I guess this is the same Mewtwo. Yeah. It's not like Pikachu where there's more than one.
There's only one Mewtwo, and to my knowledge, there's only one Mew as well.
Right. They're, like, legendary, like, god Pokemon or whatever, so...
Yeah. Well, Mewtwo's a clone.
Right.
Of a god Pokemon.
Yeah.
Were you about to say clone of Pikachu?
No.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was a cool trailer. I'm definitely going to be seeing this movie. But other than Mewtwo, nothing really that's getting me more excited than the first trailer did.
Yeah. I just think it adds to it. I mean, at least we're seeing some more Pokemon. And I mean, they look good, but like the hype level is like still the same. Like it didn't like add anything.
Yeah.
In regards to hype for me. We did also get a new trailer for the new Pokemon games for Switch. It is the first Pokemon games that are on a main console that aren't a remake or a Pokemon Stadium or something like that. So it's Pokemon Sword and Shield. And we got to look at the 3 starters here. Did you happen to see any of this?
I didn't, actually. I thought we were still talking about fucking Pokemon. Did they just name these? Like, but these are still like what? Is that still the Pokemon Go basically that's coming to Switch?
No, this is a new game. This is like the new generation of Pokemon.
Okay.
So it's called Sword and Shield. Like those are the 2, like, different versions of it.
All right.
That's odd. Yeah. It's strange. Yeah, people are already making memes like now there's like Pokemon Gun and Pokemon like Tactical Grenade and like all this shit. Like people are like making like all the ridiculous things. So I pulled up the picture of the starters for you. So we've got Grookey, a mischievous chimp Pokemon that is full of boundless curiosity. He is our grass type. I don't know if you can see that. Probably looks like shit.
Okay, I see it a little bit. Grookey.
We've got Scorbunny, a rabbit Pokemon that is always running around bursting with energy, and Sobble, a somewhat timid water lizard Pokemon that shoots water and hides.
Let me see him again.
So yeah, here they are.
Wait for that to go away.
Focus.
And then, yeah, so, okay, I mean... They don't look that bad, I guess.
One thing I did see online is people say that they look like the off-brand bagged cereal that you see at Walmart. They look like the mascots you would see on those, like knockoff Tricks and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. At least they don't look like fucking aliens like some of the other like newer gen Pokemon do that just looks stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah. I probably will be getting the game. I usually go with fire Pokemon, but I'm going to have to see what the full evolutions look like. Based on these 3, which one would you choose? To start your game. I normally go with fire, but I'm thinking Grookey. for this.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Grookey too. Like, he looks the most Pokemon-ish to me, which is why I feel like I'm going with him.
Yeah. But we'll have to see the full evolutions, but I'll probably be picking up the game at some point. So
Hopefully Grookey's full evolution is like a really buff, like silverback, like ape.
yeah.
Just, he doesn't have to be a silverback, but you know, by the way, Machamp in the trailer as well.
Oh yes, Machamp. Solid
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he's leaned up a little bit in the movie.
Yeah.
He looks a little lean.
Yeah.
All right.
So speaking of trailers, we did not get a trailer for this, but we have gotten an announcement of a particular film of one of our close, dear, personal friends, and it is his biopic. We are, of course, talking about the Immortal Hulk Hogan, played by Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, brother. This is a Netflix biopic, right?
Oh, is it? Is it Netflix?
I swear to God, I saw that somewhere. So,
Oh, it very well could be. I didn't know that, but I mean...
So that's very, very interesting. Apparently Hulk Hogan is there to advise, for better or for worse.
Tell his version of the story. Yeah.
Which is funny, because Hulk Hogan's got some crazy, unbelievable stories about how, like, he went to Japan and shot on some dudes that, like, actually know, you know, like, judo and stuff. Hulk Hogan went out there, he started to shoot on him, brother, for a couple minutes before we got back into the match. So, yeah. Hulk Hogan biopic, played by Chris Hemsworth. All I want to know is Chris Hemsworth going to be rocking the horseshoe in this movie?
He would have to be.
I mean, if we're getting into the 90s, he's definitely got to.
Yeah.
Another thing here is Chris Hemsworth gonna bulk up? Because listen, Chris Hemsworth's no slacker. He's got some muscle mass to him, a little bit. But dude, he doesn't look like fucking Hulk Hogan did.
Well, here's what happened. For the first Avengers movie, apparently he got too buff, and they made him slim down. So I think he has, like, the capability to do that. Yeah, they said he was too buff for the costume, I guess.
Too buff to be Thor.
Yeah, I don't know. It made no sense.
You ever seen Thor in the comics? Yeah. He's fucking jacked, dude.
Yeah.
There's
also like a pretty significant, like, height difference, right? I mean, Chris Hemsworth's like probably like, what, 6'2", 6'3"? He's not 6'8".
Well, that's nothing that a little bit of trick photography can't handle.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm anxious to see Hulk Hogan's spin on the racist comments that he made.
I don't know if it's gonna go into that.
You don't think the movie's gonna make it to that?
I think the finale of the movie is either gonna be
him coming back in Saudi Arabia.
no, the finale is either gonna be him and Rock, or like something in like WWE, like towards the end, because it's not gonna go into his TNA shit, or it's gonna end with the slamming of Andre. So it
can't end with the slamming of Andre. There's seriously fucking 20 years left of his career after that shit.
We don't know. But we don't know if it's a full thing of his life or if it's just him getting started. Because it could end with that, and then the whole title cards come out like Hulk Hogan went on to do this, blah 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 blah, like all that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh man, you got to do the heel turn and all that shit. No, it's got to be.
Well, what would be the big defining moment at the end then?
Coming back to WWE the first time.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see his time in TNA documented. I think that would be like semi-interesting. Kind of like, it's kind of like a low point for him.
Yeah.
But I could see it ending with like Rock, maybe, even though he's still wrestled like a billion other fucking people after The Rock beat him twice.
Yeah.
He even won a fucking heavyweight championship after that.
He did. Could end with him beating Randy Orton. It's like Hogan lays down for no one.
He beat Orton. He lost to Lesnar, though.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder who they're going to get to play some of these other wrestlers.
Who is going to play Macho Man? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who's going to play the fucking Macho Man? Because, brother, you can't have a... Who's playing Macho Man and who's playing the Ultimate Warrior? Because you can't have a Hulk Hogan movie without Andre the Giant, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, and then I guess Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Right.
And Vince McMahon. Who's playing Vince?
Well, it's rumored that in the Vince McMahon biopic, it's Bradley Cooper as Vince McMahon.
I thought that got scrapped.
Oh, did it really?
I heard that the script was just like so outrageous. It was just like, do this.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know who would play Vince then, but yeah.
I mean, someone's got to play him in this goddamn thing.
Yeah, someone's got to play him, obviously.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna have cameos in it?
Ooh, like wrestlers?
Yeah, there's
Ooh.
got to be some.
Who's Hulk Hogan high on right now?
Oh, like what wrestlers does he like, or which? I thought you were at.
All I know about is Velveteen Dream. Like I know he likes the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe like John Morrison, because he has been in some acting things. You see
He could be like a Rick Rude.
Yeah, he's got the body. I don't know, man.
I don't
who do
know.
you think?
Like I don't really know. Like, because it depends if they're playing other wrestlers or if they're just like kind of like they have like a bit part. Because like you
well,
know
if you're a wrestler in a movie, you're probably playing another wrestler. If the movie is about wrestlers,
yeah,
one would think.
Yeah.
I don't know, but as long as Pasta Mania makes it into the movie, then A-OK by me. And Dungeon of Doom, by the way, I feel like you got to put the Dungeon of Doom in there, especially since it was like really like symbolic to me. Like there was other stuff that happened in between. Was there? Actually, no. I think the Dungeon of Doom was still happening when Hulk Hogan went to NWO.
Well, that's when fucking he beat Big. Well, him and Big Show had that match at Halloween Havoc, and then the fucking giant ass mummy came down and hugged him for like 2 minutes and shit.
So I mean, it's definitely like
it was part.
Kind of symbolic of like the low that he was at in his career at that time. That they were going through some stupid shit. Crowds were starting to boo him. He's facing the motherfucking Dungeon of Doom. And then he did the MWO. Suddenly he's one of the hottest acts in the world again.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to it. Do I think it's going to be good? No. I think it's going to be a heaping pile of shit. But I'm looking forward to seeing the train wreck that it turns out to be.
Because it's not going to be... I don't think it's going to be actually historically accurate. As you said, it's going to be Hulk Hogan's version of the story.
Yeah.
So, obviously very heavily fabricated.
I didn't bury all these guys behind the scenes. Come on. What are you talking about, brother?
Yeah. Mean Gene's also got to be in it.
Oh, Mean Gene. Who's playing Mean Gene? That's what I want to know. I say Danny DeVito. Let's get Danny DeVito in there.
That would be a good pick, actually.
Danny DeVito is Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah. And Brutus Beefcake's in there as well somehow.
Yeah, well, yeah. Who's playing Brother Love? Not Brother Love, but Bubba the Love Sponge.
I don't know.
All right. And Miss Elizabeth.
And Miss Elizabeth, yeah.
Someone's got to be in there for Hemsworth to touch her butt.
Yeah.
To set up that Macho Man feud.
Yeah. So, The other thing I have on my
By
list.
the way, like, if it does cover as much of his career as it should, because there's so much, he had such a storied career. So I mean, like, there's so many highs and lows of his career, that like it should cover all of it, in my opinion. But if it does cover all of it, there's no way it's going to be a good movie because there's just too much shit to cover. It's just going to be glossing over this whole Mega Powers Explode feud, the whole Andre thing, the fucking the NWO. It's all got to get like just kind of brushed over because
I mean, what you got 2
we're
hours.
talking like a 30+ year career that we're dealing with here.
Yeah, kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody, how like fucking rushed through most of it. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like, we only have that much time.
We're talking more time than even that, though. I mean,
yeah,
like,
I know. Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on.
So the next thing I have on my list is completely 100% unrelated to anything that we've been talking about. But I guess it kind of goes with controversy. You know about Urban Outfitters.
Controversy's the theme this week.
Yes, it's always the theme. You know about Urban Outfitters, correct?
Oh, baby. Yeah, I do.
So, Urban Outfitters, they've kind of been in some hot water recently, like making racist clothing and just doing like some fucked up shit and then claiming they don't know that it was fucked up. So, this is nowhere near that level, but they're doing something that is very stupid. In other words, Jared, you know, as the average VHS collector, well, not average, you're above average. I'm just saying, as a person who collects VHS, how easy it is to find just any VHS tape. Like, what would you have to do to acquire a VHS tape?
Go to Goodwill.
Go to Goodwill. How much would maybe like 4 tapes run you?
4 tapes?
Yeah.
Anywhere from a. God, it varies because it fucking, they change the price all the time. On average, I'd say anywhere between $1 and $4.
Yes, for 4 tapes. So Urban Outfitters is now marketing, I think what they're calling vintage tape packs or something like that, where they are selling mystery boxes of 5 VHS tapes, I think. 5 VHS tapes. It's in a mystery box. You can pick your genre. So there's like horror.
How did I not hear about this?
I don't know.
Insane.
It's so ridiculous. So there's like horror, there's comedy. Jesus Christ, that sounds like piss. Jared's headset was doing something.
It fell off.
So I'm actually gonna look up what it is. Outfitters.
So wait, what's the price point on this?
I'm getting there. So
Okay.
basically, what these are. Okay, they're the Studio House Designs assorted VHS. And what it is, it's 90s tapes. They're a set of 5. They're in a box, so you don't know what you're going to get. You might get Waterboy, you might get Office Space.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Those are rares.
Here's what the pack looks like. It's just like a standard box.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get some tapes in it.
Those are rare. Those are rare. Let me see those again. That's some. Whew.
So we got.
I'd love to add those to my collection.
Night at the Roxbury, European Vacation, Office Space, Waterboy, and Heathers. If you would like to guess what the price point...
Heathers is great, by the way.
What would be the standard price that you think Urban Outfitters should be charging for these mystery packs?
For that mystery pack right there? Alright, so... Listen, this is what the price point should be. I know it's not what it is, but I think that since you're taking advantage of a fad, of a trend right now, and it's kind of hip to collect VHS a little niche, but also it's starting to get kind of hip, this vintage thing. So you're cashing in on the gimmick of the mystery box, all that. I'm going to say that $5 is a fair price to ask for this. Because you got all these, I know you got these movies for $0.25 a piece at the most. And they're all trash. Okay? It's all garbage. But for the gimmick And I don't even think that this is actually a fair price, because it's not, okay? You can get all these movies that you would want, not whatever. As I said earlier, on average, $1 for all four, like $1 for all 4 or 5 to $4. Maybe it's $1 per tape. Some days they're doing sometimes they're doing 10 for $1. You never know, but it's always ridiculously cheap to get these movies. And those movies in particular that you're showing me, and that right there, you can find on any given Goodwill trip. Those ones right there. So you definitely can. But I'm saying, for the gimmick, for the thrill of the mystery box and everything, $5. $5.
Jared Latchy, you're going... Well, I don't know if
I'm wrong. I
don't know if you'll be stunned by this.
I'm not going to be stunned. I'm just going to laugh.
Jared, if you bought this, not including shipping, this is $40.
Oh man, that is a little high. I was thinking maybe $25.
$40.
25. 40. I mean, no one's gonna buy this, right? Nobody could possibly buy this.
People haven't heard of Goodwill. Maybe might have bought this. I don't know what the sales are on this.
Maybe a stupid white girl will buy that. Is that offensive? Is that offensive to say? I don't think it's offensive to make fun of white people. So, yeah, maybe a stupid white girl will buy that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe one.
But yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hear about this, because the VHS people are talking about how fucking dumb this is. But...
that is insane. That's crazy. Buddy.
Yes.
You got a pretty good paying job right now. You're feeling comfortable financially?
Not really, but sure. More comfortable than usual.
More comfortable than usual. So, you're going to buy one of these boxes, right?
No, there's not.
Come on, the thrill of the mystery box.
They're probably shit that I already have, or if I haven't gotten rid of them already, just shit that I have fucking in my pile of junk.
I'm gonna order one, and we'll unbox it on the podcast.
Oh damn! I don't know
if this video or if this podcast gets 100. No, that's not enough. If this podcast gets 420 likes,
there you go,
and 69 dislikes,
an exact number.
I will buy the Urban Outfitters VHS mystery box, and we will open it on the podcast and let everyone know what we got.
Yeah, we can make our own mystery boxes.
Guarantee. Might have to put off my my tuxedo fitting for Buddy's wedding by another, but we'll see what's going on with it. So the challenge has been laid out. 420 likes, 69 dislikes. I'll drop $40 plus shipping and handling for the VHS mystery box from Urban Outfitters. And hell, I'll even watch every movie and review them on the podcast.
Yeah, if we get that exact number. But so if this happens, say this happens,
it seems like they actually ship out good movies. By the way, almost everything in that stack there is a pretty good movie.
But that's just the picture they're showing. I mean, it's random. You can get anything, Yeah,
with my luck, I'd get something super rare, but not a good movie, and I'd still have to watch it and review it for the podcast because I said that I had to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's worse. But yeah, so that's the controversial Urban Outfitters topic of the show.
We have one of those every week.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in next week for whatever Urban Outfitters is doing then.
Yeah.
You never know.
Cool. Well, did you have anything else to talk about? The rest of the stuff I have is all Dragon Ball stuff. But
I have nothing.
You have nothing? Well, we can either talk about Dragon Ball stuff or we can save that for the following week. It does not really matter.
I say let's save it for the following week, because God knows if we'll have anything to talk about next week.
Sounds good to me. We've already been going. This will be a little bit on the shorter side, but that's fine. Keep it short and sweet. We covered a lot of topics just in a short amount of time.
Controversial topics.
A lot of controversial topics this week. We're no strangers to controversy on this show.
You know what I'm going to do after we get off of this podcast? I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to pop in Controversy by Prince.
Yeah.
One of his finest albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, yeah, that is about it that we've got for this week. If you would like... Oh, actually, there is one more thing that we can talk about.
Okay.
Because last week...
Big swerve here.
Big swerve. We're going into overtime. Last week on the show...
It's rewind time.
Yes, time to rewind. Please be kind, rewind. Rewind or die. So, last week on the show, well, 2 weeks ago, when we had our episode come out, we told you, our loyal viewers, to let us know what are the best first date questions.
Oh, yeah, we did do that.
And it appears as if one of the people deleted their tweet. Oh, no, here it is. I found it. Anyway, so we got 2 responses. And first, we will go with our good pal, No Star Reviews.
Oh, yeah.
So, No Star Reviews asked, on a scale of Katniss Everdeen to Ned Stark, how much would you say you trust the government?
Oh, God. It was Katniss and who?
Ned Stark.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. Is that Tony's dad?
He's like he's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Don't watch Game of Thrones, so, and I don't watch I actually don't watch the Hunger Games either, so,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with Katniss on this one.
I have to go with Katniss. Sure, I'll go with Katniss as well on this. Well, it's a scale. It can be in between those 2 scales, but I don't know how either of them stands against the government is the problem.
Well, I know that Katniss participates in the damn Hunger Games, which is a government-funded activity that I'm sure she doesn't particularly enjoy. So,
right. Okay. So, yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our second question comes from the Dirty Trout on Twitter. Best in real life Katna is... Oh, this is Jake Krosky, I think. Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is Jake Krosky. I'm looking at the picture and yeah, that's Jake Krosky. And his question is plain and simple. You looking to fuck?
That is a great first date question. Short, simple, to the point, and I mean, you don't waste any time. Why waste time eating delicious food and getting to know each other? Just get down to the nitty gritty. Are you looking to fuck?
Yeah.
All right.
Good questions. Decent episode of the show. Nothing else to say. We have been 2 nerds. And Jared is laughing. What is he laughing at?
I'm just laughing at just this ending. Go ahead.
We are 2 nerds. This is a podcast. I'm Buddy the Bruiser. We'll see you next week or maybe in 2 or 3 or whenever it happens.
All right.
Anything from you?
I just want to leave you all with this. Good night, everybody.